Who's so Becky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 minutes until showtime.
It's
Uh,
Ziggy. Oh my god, you have no dust.
it's Beck. It's Beck Dust.
Yeah. Fucking every day looking more like David Bowie.
What was that movie? It's like the fish jacket o' lures. Wasn't there a movie where a guy put fish hooks all over him?
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's what that jacket looks like.
I forget the name of it. I think you're right, though, what it was called.
Jacket o' lures. I forget what movie that was.
Okay, we're good on. Dana Brooke, you're holding up a title that no one gives a shit about. The only thing interesting in this match is the referee.
Ooh, Bandito.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I have a green title
11
that looks like.
minutes until showtime.
Look at my title. It looks like the Time to Eat Diner.
Look at my ass in the fishnets.
Not everyone from Reddit will screen this and jerk off to it later. Whoa, wait, what?
No, wait a minute. That's when Alexa comes out. Oh, God. Do you know how many people asked fucking Bray if he was coming back this weekend?
Like he's gonna tell anybody.
I swear to God, everybody and their mother was asking him. I heard people in line asking him and stuff like that. And I'm like,
Like, in all honesty, who the fuck's gonna. Who? Yeah, he's coming back tonight, so get the scoop.
well, this was his last signing he had.
10 minutes until showtime.
So he's not going, he's not going to be doing any more appearances. So.
Yeah, well. Oh god, why is she doing commentary on herself?
Oh, so get this. So at some point, I went to the vendor room to get something,
Yeah.
and I'm walking down the hallway. I found somebody dropped their Bray Wyatt autograph ticket.
Oh.
I got an extra Bray Wyatt autograph ticket.
Oh, that sucks.
So somebody spent $200 on that, and I got it for free. And of course, what happens? He signs it in a paint pen, and it happens to slip, so it's smeared a little bit. But still, I still got 2 Bray Wyatt autographs.
Yeah, well, I mean, the amount.
I would have bought a figure for Ryan because he wanted one.
9
but the prices
minutes
they were charging at
until
that fucking
showtime.
show were ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it sounds like it was.
Let me put it this way: a Fiend, Bray Wyatt, one of those Superstar Elites,
Yeah.
$60.
Yeah, you can go to Target for that.
Oh, maybe. And a regular Bray Wyatt, like in those, the Sigget, like the stupid Target 1 card thingies. That's about $35 right there.
Yeah. Oscar.
Now the only thing I bought the MJF plaque.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, it was $25.
Yeah.
So I mean, now the trick is, see if I can ever get him to fucking sign the thing.
Without wiping his ass with it.
No, he tries to. Well, no, I take the picture out, of course. But whatever. If it happens, it happens. It don't, it don't. It was still a cool looking plaque.
8 minutes until showtime.
I was tempted to buy a Bray Wyatt one, but No, but he sold out of those like within minutes. He only had 2 of them. Speak of fine asses in
Fishnets?
Huh?
Fine asses and
Fishnets.
fishnets?
Yeah. Fine ash nets.
He had. Oh, God, what I'm about to fucking say about his blood alcohol level.
3.75.
It's less than that.
Why? What was it?
3.
Oh, well, that's still fucking bad.
0.3. And
Oh God, look at those. Oh God, that ass. Oh man.
you know we're live on
Oh,
Twitch.
7 minutes
I
until
don't care.
showtime.
Oh, Marona, me that ass.
Yeah, she's on the next bus flip.
I hope not.
She doesn't even know what the hell she wants to do, so she is definitely on the next bus flip.
Did you see how how much the Yankees won by yesterday?
Yeah.
Like 18-7 or something, or 18-6 or whatever. Eh. What's his name is getting a Carpenter's having a resurgence.
Ryan just wrote, quit stealing my shtick, motherfucker. Ryan's
What?
he's in the Twitch chat.
Well, I just signed in, so I didn't see it.
Ryan goes, quit stealing my shtick, motherfucker.
What shtick about the
6 minutes
Alexis
until
fine looking
showtime.
ass?
Shit.
Somebody's got to carry the torch for that ace.
Oh, God. Why is John Travolta doing a Dunkin' Donuts commercial?
Well, it's better than Al Pacino. Dunkachino.
Yeah, burn it. No one should ever see the light of... This should never see the light of day.
If anybody's seen this, kill them.
Good old Two Dimes got fired.
Who did?
Two Dimes.
Who the fuck is Two Dimes?
One of Tony D'Angelo's Guidos.
Released?
Shit canned.
5
what did he
minutes
say?
until
Oh,
showtime.
I got that as a story. We'll talk about that because it's actually interesting to know what happened with how it actually, with why they fired him.
Oh, and it's funny because Joey never showed up at the convention this weekend, and neither did Carter.
Really, Carter didn't show?
Nope. But we'll talk about that during the show too.
So, the reason Two Dimes getting fired, I can see this being a thing in WWE from here on out. That's why yeah, that's why it's interesting. We got 4 minutes. I mean, we're live on Twitch. We can talk bullshit on Twitch, but all the shit's getting recorded for YouTube, Facebook, all that fun stuff.
The flan stuff.
The flan stuff. It's a flan stuff. You know, little jiggly, little saggy, little stiff.
4 minutes
Everybody loves
until showtime.
flan.
Dude, how many people know what the fuck flan is?
It's a caramelized custard treat. I wonder if Raven's going to join us tonight.
Who knows?
Avengers has been on like for almost every day this week.
I know. I guess I don't know why.
It's on again.
Yeah, I don't
Endgame.
know. But I'm saying I don't know. I actually don't know why.
And you know what the movie's been on too? 2012 has been on a lot too.
Yeah, they're trying to tell us something.
Oh yeah, whatever. The United States of whatever.
Oh God, that's a throwback.
3 minutes until showtime.
Thank you very much, Miss Lippy.
Oh Lord. Oh God, I'm tired.
We're all fucking doomed.
You're doomed. Going to Camp Blood, ain't ya? He's got a death curse. Instead of Crazy Ralph, we got crazy Brian. And he's gonna, just as long as he doesn't steal your fedora gimmick, you're fine.
2
Dude.
minutes until showtime.
Dude, the fact that there's actually people that got mad for someone using my gimmick is funny as shit.
It is what it is. Do, 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 do.
2 minutes later.
Coo, 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 coo.
Cuckoo Kachoo.
Now, you remember what show that was from, right? Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I was never a fan of 9-9.
I love that fucking show. Captain Stuncock, and we don't forget it. Don't forget it.
Oh,
Crazy
what the fuck gear is that?
What? For who?
Liv.
Let me see.
1 minute until showtime.
Hello. Swing. Is she wearing like black now?
Who, Liv?
Nikki, no, Nikki's wearing black now.
Yeah, well, good, because she's evil!
Very nice, very evil, very nice,
Yes.
very evil. Oh, and it's funny, you know who didn't show up at the convention this week?
Who?
Grim wasn't there this weekend.
Oh, what a shock.
No, I was pretty surprised he wasn't there. Aren't they both from the same country too, Nikki and Dewdrop?
Yes.
Entertain me, monkeys. You see what he said? He told us to entertain
Your
him.
show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blog Talk Radio.
Blog Talk Radio.
Be gone, suck!
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets. Jesus!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of From Real to Heel, mixed with a little bit of the Nerd Zone. I am your host, Evan Ronnie, and with me, as always,
The unprofessional professional zombie master.
the Stuncock will be joining us later on in the night, as well as maybe Christian jumps in. Who knows? He's got the invite. Question is, does he take it?
Yeah, well, he'll talk about his Yankees like as per usual. Play
But
his theme song as he comes in.
yeah, well. Today, if this is your first time listening to the show, we dive into the world of professional wrestling and movies, sprinkled in with a little sports, but mainly the sports we hand off onto Wednesday's show. So, with that being said, let's get it started. And
Let's get it started in here.
well, first off, let's get it retarded, because we got our first firing of the bus flip era. 1 motherfucking hour and counting. Yes, Ryan. Oh.
Yes, the stun cock is at his cock job.
Yeah. Cock knockers.
Cock knockers.
So, all right. So, NXT lackey. I guess it was Tony Two Dimes. Got fired. If you don't know who he is, I don't blame you. He is the lackey that was with Stax, that was part of Tony D'Angelo's faction.
His family.
His family. Well, they got Phantasma as the family.
So somebody got whacked, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, he got whacked for a policy issue.
Do tell, sir.
So yeah, he got fired for. So in the article, these are all coming from eWrestling News. Tony Donovan got released, aka Two Dimes, for not maybe even half a dozen appearances he has, but he has failed the wellness policy pretty much.
Really?
Yeah. Here's where it's interesting. They fired him. And then they fired him, and then they turned around and
Look
said,
what Ryan wrote.
I know, I see it. They fired him, and then they turned right around and said, we will be looking to rehire him within a year.
That makes no fucking sense.
No, that actually makes perfect sense.
So is he going to get the Drew McIntyre treatment?
No. Especially for people in NXT. Think about it this way. They're under contract, correct?
As far as we all know, yeah.
Now, because they fired him, they don't have to pay the rest of his contract. He is technically suspended for a year without pay. And when they bring him back, they can bring him back for less.
If he even decides he wants to come back.
Well, that's kind of the thing. But if you look at it, well, if someone breaks policy, they'll fire him for a year instead of suspending him. And honestly, this is NXT, so for all we know, NXT is going to be different than the main roster. Main roster, if you're a star like Randy Orton, because remember, Randy Orton had what? 8 different times he has had wellness policies?
I've lost count.
Yeah.
Just like somebody else we're going to get to in the news later.
Yeah. So, okay, Liv and Alexa are in the Money in the Bank.
Along with Lacey Evans, apparently.
Yep.
Until she gets fired or moves to Raw again or moves to NXT or have a vignette where she's moving to Cucamonga, who knows?
No. She's not a young buck. She's not living in Rancho Cucamonga.
Super kick.
No. She's got the women's.
Party.
She got the women's right. But yeah, so it could end up turning into, oh, you said something, we're gonna fire you for a year, and then rehire you either for less money or for still on the NXT contract. But how good of then it's not budget cuts.
Then why the fuck didn't they do that with Nash?
Because it was a sexual assault, not a policy.
Allegedly.
Well, now we know it's not. They jumped the gun on it, but to them, they called it a sexual assault. That's why they fired him. It had nothing to do with the wellness policy.
Yeah.
If it was the wellness policy, then yeah, they should have fired him and brought him back within a year.
What if his ex partner becomes a bigger star by then?
Ha!
What?
That's funny.
What?
Wes looks lost, and if you're talking about his other partner, she's a royal bitch.
Huh.
I ain't holding back on that one. I've seen some shit with her, and no, I have no love for her, especially the shit that I've been seeing on her damn Instagram. I'm sorry, you got a guy fired, and you're posting photos of your ass on Instagram for sympathy.
Assagram.
Yeah, only hams.
Get these hams.
Yeah, welcome to Only Hams. Get these hams. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And Ryan's not here to make these jokes.
Oh, Ryan's got some, like I said, she wants that Only Slams.
But there's the other version, the only scams.
Yeah. So, all right, let's... The policy... What's your thoughts on the whole policy?
Two dimes thing?
Yeah, the policy issue.
You know, to be quite honest with you, it's like, I don't know how much of it I believe. I don't know how much of I think of it's true. But since I have really not been watching NXT Sesame Street, I don't know who this guy is. I've seen the Tony guy. I've seen him.
Let's put it this
here
way.
and there.
Let's put it this way. The two guys that were part of the... And Ryan, who should feel terrible about what? And the whole Tony Two Dimes thing, literally the tag team that was with the family was pretty much the knockoff Deuce and Domino.
Who should feel terrible for saying it? Me?
You for Only Hams. What? What? Miss Piggy needs love too.
Yeah, oink oink, baby.
Oh, Kermie.
Cruising for an oinkin'.
Sweet! Sweet! Make you...
Oinkin' fans.
Yeah. Make you... Only Rams.
Only Rams.
No. That's Sonny's... That's Sonny's next porno in prison. Only Rams.
Fistful of Sunny. That's gonna be the next one.
Behind closed bars.
Well, I've heard a fistful of dollars. You're gonna get a fistful of Sunny.
Yay.
Sunny.
No, that's Only Clams. I mean, just for her sex tape, that's a scam on its own.
No, Ryan will get you'll get this joke too. It's like, what if it's not for not so special occasions?
Sonny's not feeling. Sonny's not feeling very fresh. Yeah.
It's like when you get Sonny, you get a. Yeah.
Ryan with the emoji, so
Sonny D. Sonny D.
Sonny D. Sonny D's nuts.
Oh, God.
As in Jesus Christ. Then we're off the rails, ladies and gentlemen.
Like, again, we're never on the fucking rails. That's the problem.
12 minutes in. It's a new record.
And Ryan's not even physically here. He's just in the chat, but still.
So, all right. So, on top of that, with Two Dimes, we had...
Sonny disgusting.
Yeah, Sonny disgusting indeed. We had another release. Because I can see this... So, I can see these policy things being the way they're going to start axing people off and saying it's not budget cuts.
Well, the whole thing is with NXT, what I think they're going to start doing is they're going to give them the Parker Bordeaux treatment. If you're not performing, you're out.
Well, they're giving people a 90-day cutoff. If you can't get over 90 days, you're pretty much gonna get released.
Yeah.
But then the question is, well, if they can't get released, is it the gimmick? Or is it the person?
Well, I look at it this way. It's like I said, I haven't really seen this Two Dimes guy, so I really don't know how he was in the ring, if he was any good.
He was okay. He wasn't anything. It literally was like fucking Deuce and Domino. That's literally what they were.
And let me guess, they talk like this, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I mean, but whatever. It is what it is with that. But do you want to wait for Ryan to talk about the main event of what happened today with somebody, or do you want to discuss it now?
We'll talk about that later, because I got some other news, too.
What do we, oh,
For that. So, other releases. Not releases, but Paige.
Paige is just going to let her contract run out.
Wrong. She, even though she's letting her contract run out, she is technically getting fired. Because she came out and said that, two things. One, she wanted to be Ronda Rousey's manager. WWE decided to say, nope, not going to happen.
Ronda does need a mouthpiece. I will say that.
Yeah. The other thing was Paige wanted to come back to the ring. But
and they wouldn't clear her.
No doctor would clear her, but she says she's 100%. I even talked to Ryan about this. I go, well, if Edge got cleared and she went
Daniel Bryan got cleared.
Well, Daniel Bryan is a whole different issue. Daniel Bryan got fucking bleeding on the brain fixed.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan found the fucking cure to CTE. And no one's talking about it.
Oh, well. But no, when it comes to Paige, look, I've always liked Paige. I saw a documentary when she had just gotten signed to the E, when she was 18 and still doing shit for her parents out in England. I've always thought she was a tremendous. She had a great look. She was great in the ring. She had good personality. Shit just didn't work out for her right away.
Yeah, but the thing is with Paige. So here's the problem with Paige right now. She wants, she wanted to do all this stuff. WWE refused to resign her. So it's not that she's letting her contract run out. She wanted to resign. They didn't.
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. I am, but I'm not, if that makes any sense.
Right.
I mean, she's a hell of a commodity. And if she does end up in AEW, like everybody seems to think she's going to be,
she won't.
But then again, I could see her flying back to England and working with her parents again.
Well, she'll work NWA.
I don't know if she's going to work NWA, but I know
she'll work with Mickey. She'll work fine with Mickey because the UK has their own branch for NWA.
Yeah, but you know what it is. I could see her and her mom. I could see her and Saraya, Sweet Saraya, teaming up again and stuff like that. And I mean, she has endless possibilities of what she could do.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's not like she's going to be like, oh my God, where's my next job going to come from?
No.
You know, I mean, she's got the Twitch deal. Who knows? It seems to be the fad. Maybe she'll start an OnlyFans. Who knows?
No, that wouldn't be a shock. She's already got the video experience.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we know somebody that would probably sign up for that. But but that's beside the point. Oh, trust me, I remember that this week with that person this weekend. Holy Lord. But anyway, I digress. But no, Paige will be fine.
yeah.
You know, and I look at it this way: give her about 2-3 years. If she proves she can still do shit, WWE will call her again. You know they will.
I don't know about that because WWE does not want the liability of that shit.
Hey, if they're willing to allow Edge back, anything is possible.
Well,
Not saying it's gonna be, but anything is possible. Like that old joke, anything can happen in the WWF when they used to say that. I mean, anything is possible. Did you ever think you'd see the Warrior in a WWE ring again?
no, I mean not for a day because then he died the next day.
But still, you get my point. I mean, anything is possible. Would I bet the farm on it? No. Not by a long shot.
Well, I think the other thing is too is you're talking about two completely different. And I talked to Ryan about this. You're talking about two completely different neck injuries when you're considering Paige to Edge.
You know, go ahead.
Edge was a compression neck injury. Paige was whiplash.
Extreme whiplash from what I remember, because all Sasha did, I saw that kick. All it was a little drop kick.
Well, it was
It wasn't like it,
she jumped through off the ropes, so she
right, and pushed her basically,
yeah, which then snapped her neck back.
and that's when she couldn't feel her arms and legs for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like I saw in the tweet she put out. She goes, "It's going to be hard to get rid of the Paige to let the Paige name go." But she goes, "Soraya's a great name anyway, isn't it?"
Yeah, right.
It's your fucking name, you dingleberry. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned with Paige, you know, the old saying is like out of sight, out of mind. She's been out of radars when it comes to WWE for how long now?
Oh yeah, decent amount.
She hasn't even, I mean, the last time she did anything with WWE is when they had that backstage show. And she was on that.
Right.
And she hasn't, I mean, since then, she hasn't done shit. And that ended how many years ago?
But
Backstage.
How long is,
two.
when did Renee leave?
Renee left about the same time. About right as Backstage ended is when Renee left.
Well, that's
So
what I
it's
mean.
about
It ended.
about
It
two and a
ended when
half
she got
years.
fired. It ended when she got fired.
Yeah, about 2.5 years. It was right before the pandemic is when Backstage got canned. So, if you think about it, I saw the episode that Punk made his triumphant return. Everybody that was on that stage is gone with the exception of Booker.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe's in AEW, Cole's in AEW, Paige is going to be leaving, and Renee's doing her podcast.
I was gonna say Renee's
The oral sessions.
mothering it up.
The oral sessions.
Yeah. I know that's a terrible. I mean, that's a name, but that's a terrible fucking name. So, all right. So we got some injuries / returns this week.
Okay, what do we got?
Tony D got injured at a house show.
Okay.
NXT house show. Xia Li got hurt during her match with Lacey Evans.
Oh boy. Is Lacey going to become the new fucking Nia Snax?
Someone made their return
Do tell.
to the in-ring, and I have a problem.
Uh-oh, go ahead.
No, I'm giving you the hint on who made the return.
Well, I already know Apollo's back in NXT.
No, he made his NWA return.
NWA. Drawing a blank.
Someone has a problem.
Okay, I'm drawing a blank here.
Wow, really? Simon Diamond has a problem.
Didn't he just have a fucking heart attack or something?
He is back in the NWA.
Pat Kinney?
Yep. He made his debut on Saturday at the pay-per-view.
Fucking cares? Pat Kinney, I mean, I saw pictures of him recently. He looked like shit.
Dude, I saw that.
He just had a fucking heart attack, I think.
Because then that's just replaced. And Aaron Stevens is officially retired.
For now.
Well, dude, he has enough money.
You mean no more Damien Mizdow?
Nope. But someone did make a return in the NWA that could shake the landscape up for the NWA. By the way, congratulations to Trevor Murdoch to regaining the 10 pounds of gold.
Well, Matt Cardona's fucking on the shelf for a while.
Yep. But making his return, or not return, making his debut for the NWA. Don't call him Dexter, Samuel Shaw.
I saw that, yeah.
That's huge.
That is huge. That's good for him. I mean, it said he's such a great talent. It's like WWE really dropped the ball with him. He would have been perfect in that stable with Finn Balor and Damian Priest and Rhea.
Well, he doesn't talk, so it works.
Yeah, it would have worked out perfectly, but no. That would have been intelligent booking. We all know how WWE is so intelligent with their booking.
But yeah, he made his return during the NWA World Heavyweight title match because it was Murdoch, Shaw, was it Murdoch, Shaw?
So what did Ryan send in the chat?
He caught my attention. Oh, Jesus. That's fucked up. That
looks like...
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You should be ashamed for posting that, Ryan.
I guess he's getting us back for those Only Hams jokes.
Yeah, well. I'm trying to think, what was the name of the...
No shame.
No shame. You should have shame. Damn it!
Did he finally admit he's fucking Elias?
I don't know. I didn't even pay attention. So, all right.
He said the Walk with Elias line.
Wow. Okay, you ready for a flashback here?
Flashback!
This was your pay-per-view for Always Ready NWA on June 11th, 2022 in Knoxville, Tennessee. If you want to go watch it, it's live on Fight TV.
Okay.
This is your opener. Jake Dumas loses to Rodney Mack.
It's the Mac Militant.
Dude, I didn't know Rodney Mack still wrestles.
Apparently does.
The Mortons, Kerry
Oh,
Morton and Ricky.
Ricky and Todd Morton.
No,
Yeah.
it says Kerry.
Oh, Kerry Morton. I'm sorry.
Defeated Jeremiah Pilkett and Alex Taylor, and Anthony Andrews and AJ Carzaga. Country
I can
gentleman
just hear it
and
now.
who?
Who are you? Who are you?
Yeah. So Trevor Murdoch defeated Aaron Stevens.
Uh-huh.
Pretty Empowered, Ella Envy and Kazia Page defeated the Hex, Marty Bell and Allison Kay for the to become the new women's tag champions.
Got a women's tag team title division?
Yep. Homicide
Holy shit. Hollywood Homicide.
defeated PJ Hawks for the junior heavyweight title. I know, insert joke here.
I'm not even touching that one.
It's a junior heavyweight? Dude, he hasn't been a junior since that's like saying that's like that's like fucking saying what's his name is a fucking junior lightweight. Oh god damn it. Jushin Thunder Liger.
He's an extreme junior weight.
Yeah. Natalie Markova with Taryn Terrell defeats Taya Valkyrie. Jack Dane defeats Chris Andrades, Chris Andrades to defend his NWA National Heavyweight Championship. It's not the World Heavyweight, it's the NWA National title. Thorne Lemire defeated Cryon.
Cryon?
I've actually seen this guy wrestle. Cryon is actually really fucking good. He's kind of built like one of the Pitbulls.
Okay.
Not who was the bald one? The one that's passed away.
Anthony Durante.
He's built like that kind of like. That's the best way to describe him.
He was Pitbull number 2, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say he wasn't because I know Gary Wolf is still alive.
Looks like shit, but he's still alive.
Yeah. This has to be one of the interesting tag teams I've ever seen. It was singles wrestling, but Tyrus with Black G's.
Oh, Christ. Brodus Clay.
With Black G's. That is the weirdest fucking pairing ever.
Yeah, I would concur with that statement.
Defeats Mims, M-I-M-S, for the TV title. And apparently he got injured during this match.
Okay.
The World Tag Titles, the Commonwealth Connection.
What is Vince coming up with these fucking names?
Would you like to guess this tag team? I'll give you a hint.
No.
I'll give you a hint. One was in WWE, one was in TNA.
I don't know. Just tell me.
Doug Williams.
Oh, God, from the British invasion.
And Harry Smith.
Oh, God.
Listen, Doug Williams is old in the tooth, literally. But you know what? I don't mind. If you should have given me. I wish William Regal came back to the NWA. I want Doug Williams and William Regal for one match.
Yeah. Speaking of Harry Smith, good segue. He did an interview recently.
Okay.
Do you know what they wanted to call him? Harry Smith, when he was going to debut on the main roster?
Not the Canadian Bulldog, was it?
Not even close.
What?
The Stampede Stud.
Oh, that's right.
The Stampede Stud, really?
Yeah. They ended up becoming the tag champions. I'm sorry. They defeated La Rebellion, which was Mecha Wolf and Beasta 666.
Oh God.
Which Mecha Wolf, I have nothing but nice things to say about Mecha Wolf. That dude is disgusting in the ring. Like, he's really good.
If you say so.
Camilla defeated Kylie King for the women's title.
Is that Kylie Ray?
I think so. I gotta double check. I'll get back to you when we get done with this, when we get towards the other thing. I think that's Kylie Ray. And then Trevor Murdoch defeated Nick Aldis, Thorne Lemire, and Samuel Shaw for the NWA World Heavyweight title. Listen, Trevor Murdoch needs to be the fucking standout. Needs to be the guy running with the fucking NWA title. He looks the part, he feels the part, and I mean shit, his lineage is the part.
He looks like fucking Dusty Rhodes, for God's sakes.
Well, I mean, his lineage is Harley Race.
Yeah.
So, I mean, right there, right then and there, he's perfect.
Hallie Race.
But, like, yeah, because Cardona got hurt, they had to do that. But, I mean, Shaw shows up. That's a kind of a name that the NWA, like, the NWA is still going to be trucking along. I honestly see them having better shows than, say, like AEW.
But you know what? I'll say this. I agree with you to a point, but here's what they need to do. They need to have a weekly television show that people can actually watch.
Yeah, Fight TV. Their Fight TV stuff is very hard because you have to subscribe to Fight TV, and that's $10 a month to watch NWA.
You know what? It's like, I almost want to say, go back to when they first started, when they were on fucking YouTube.
You know what you do? Or, not even that. Take a month of programming, because they do, what, an hour a week?
Hour and a half, give or take.
Okay. Take three matches from the month. And
You know, they do put some matches on YouTube, but I'm talking about they did a full hour-long show.
I understand that. No, I understand that. But I'm saying as though
And it was 6:05,
yeah,
which was a great throwback.
yeah. But I'm saying as though as you can easily do like that. They need to do that. But I'm saying is with that they still need to promote. They should do like the promos and still do like the old school promotion on the NWA while they do an hour show a month. So you can know.
I gotta say
people...
this. You're gonna see it in a second. When did Cedric raid Xavier Woods' wardrobe?
Oh God. Oh Jesus.
His hairstyle and his wardrobe. Do you see it yet?
Yeah, I see it.
Like, what did the New Day have a fucking garage sale?
Going for his best Black Panther impersonation.
Anyway, continue. I'm sorry. I just had to say something about that.
No, but I'm like, here's the thing. Anyone in the Northeast, like, I look at this. Anyone that's been watching wrestling for years knows who Rodney Mack is.
Yeah, he's married to Jazz.
Yeah. Also, just, I mean, WCW. He was in WWF for a while. Managed by Teddy Long.
You know, it's the Mac Militant.
Yeah. Tag team with Mark Henry.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, the Mortons, I mean, it's Ricky Morton.
That's why him and Robert are not teaming anymore, because he wants to start teaming with his son.
Right. Trevor Murdoch, I mean, shit. If you don't know who Trevor Murdoch is and you call yourself a wrestling fan, you got a problem.
Caden Murdoch, baby.
Yep.
Former Raw Tag Team Champions.
And then, I mean, also the lineage, what is it?
Harley Race.
Harley Race's grandson?
I know he's related to Harley in some form, but I just don't remember.
The Hex, Marty Bell and Allison Kay.
Oh, good old Allison K.
Yep. Homicide. If you don't know who Homicide is, you must be living under a fucking rock. Taya Valkyrie. You know who Taya Valkyrie is. Tyrus and Black G's. If you're from the Northeast, you know who Black G's is.
He is still the Jersey All Pro World Heavyweight Champion, even though Jersey All Pro hasn't been around in God knows how long.
5 years now?
It's longer than that. The last show they had was Fat Frank's tribute show, and that was how many years ago?
Well, no, they did one. They did one after Frank.
Did they? I didn't go to that one, but I know. Well, but still, it's like, why even bother at that point?
And then, you know who Doug Williams is. You know who Harry Smith is. And then you know who Nick Aldis is and Sam Shaw. You have names. But it's kind of like the RVD moment where no one knew where the hell Rob Van Dam was, and he was on TNA for so many years.
Because you know what it is? It's like I said earlier. It's like they don't have the right marketing to, I mean, they're basically asking fans, here's another streaming site to go along with the 6 billion of them that are out there now. You know, I mean, spend another $10 on a month next to your Netflix, your Paramount, your Peacock, your Discovery Plus, Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus. The list goes on and on.
Right.
And it's like the old joke back when the NWA, WWE, and AWA were running. And I think it was Super Clash 3, because I remember Greg Gagne talking about this during an interview. You had Survivor Series, and then you had Starrcade. And in the middle of that was Super Clash.
So I'm looking at this. So
you want people to spend money on this, and oh, by the way, here's another one.
So if you want to
make it free.
So if you want to buy the pay-per-view by itself, it's $25.
Not worth it.
If you want to get the all access, it's $50 for the year.
Not, it's still, again, it's like the old adage. It's like, it's another streaming services that a lot of people don't need. I myself have gotten rid of them. I've gotten rid of a couple of my streaming services already because I just don't fucking watch them anymore. I got rid of Disney. I've gotten rid of Hulu. And Netflix is strongly going to be making a case for it, all $50 fucking a month that they charge for that.
Hey.
But you know what it is? It's like the only reason I've kept Netflix this long is for 2 shows. Stranger Things and Cobra Kai.
Right.
If it weren't for those 2 shows, I would have nixed Netflix years ago. But I just think it's retarded. I think they need to seriously go back to YouTube and do the weekly TV on YouTube for free.
And then charge $40 on Fight for the pay-per-views.
And do the pay-per-view on Fight. That, to me, makes more sense logistically.
Or if you want to do here's what you can do. Okay, you do that. If you do the YouTube stuff, you're doing live streams, correct?
They were live, yes, they were.
Okay. If you have Fight TV, if you were ordering that through Fight TV, you get no commercials. If you were watching it free on YouTube, you have to watch ads.
No. There weren't any ads on YouTube.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying you put both options up there. You make it free for people to watch it, but if there's commercials, you have to watch the ads. But if you were watching it on Fight TV, where you were paying for it, you get no ads. So
you know what?
So you have the option.
But you know what you do? You make it don't make it like $10, $15 a month type of deal. And
Well, they have the all access, which is $50 a year.
I'll give you a perfect example. Out of all the streamings ones that I kept Discovery Plus. Discovery Plus has two pay options: $4.99 with ads, $5.99 without ads.
Right.
So it's only $1. But you see, in Discovery Plus, if you're into the paranormal shit, they got cooking shows. They got a lot of stuff. I mean, for the price that I'm paying for it, you get a lot of shit. And you get complete. There's 25 seasons of fucking Ghost Adventures on there. You got Dead Files. You got Paranormal Lockdowns. You got all these different paranormal shows. Plus all the cooking shows. Like the Bobby Flay's, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and all that stuff. But that's good for the price. You're telling people for 1 hour a week, spend $10 a month.
Well, I mean that plus
you're getting 4 shows. You're getting 4 shows a month, and then maybe a pay-per-view.
I mean, then you also have to factor in too. You do get the back catalog for it too.
Yeah, but then again, the back catalog for NWA, other than a few, they haven't had that many pay-per-views.
Well, you don't know if this is new NWA because Corgan bought it all. Remember that.
I know Corgan still owns it.
But I'm saying is you don't know what Corgan put up there. He could have put all of the NWA stuff. If that's there, then you're buying all the back catalog for $50. If you're just buying it for modern day power, it's not worth it.
It's a waste.
It's a waste. But if you were going to go back and watch old 80s NWA, that's worth it.
The only thing the old NWA had that would be interesting, and by the way, the things I'm about to mention, they're free on YouTube if you can find them. The old Battle of the Belts.
Battle of the Belts.
There was 3 of them.
Probably Crockett Cup too.
No, the Crockett Cup isn't on. Vince has the Crockett Cup.
Okay.
Vince has the Crockett Cup. I'm talking about Battle of the Belts were majority NWA. Florida. It was basically Florida Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
Or Championship Wrestling from Florida, I
was going to say, it's pretty much what WCW did with, oh, God damn it. I was about to say Battle of the Belts. Night of Champions.
Pretty much. That's it. That's pretty much it, yeah. It's like the Battle of the Belts. I think the main event of the first one was Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes or something. I forget. But
wow, the NWA title, the NWA doing a Flair Rhodes fight for the NWA World Heavyweight title. Shocking.
Yeah, right. But that's the problem. Flair and Rhodes, you could just back up the Brinks truck back then because everybody and their mother wanted to see that match.
Yeah, it made the rounds.
Yeah, I mean, you had it was in the Carolinas, it was in Georgia, it was in Virginia at the Scope, then it was down in Kansas City in Harley's neck of the woods. You know, I mean, it's like it was all over the place. Hey, it's Seth Franklin Rollins. Did you see that goof up?
Yep.
Seth Franklin Rollins. But no, it's just, to me, look, I like old school wrestling. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a fan of the old school stuff because that's when wrestling was better. You know, I mean, the new stuff.
The writing was better, I think.
The writing was better. The athletes, I mean, the only thing there's a difference between the athletes of then and the athletes of now. The athletes of now are much more better conditioned. I mean,
I don't know. I don't see John Morrison wrestling an hour. Listen, you say that, but yet how many times has Flair wrestled a Broadway?
How many times has Dusty wrestled fucking Broadway? And Dusty, I'm
right.
sorry, Dusty Rhodes. As much as I love Dusty, and I do love Dusty, always have. Dusty at his heaviest was almost what, 300 pounds?
320.
That motherfucker could go time limit,
But I'm saying
bell
is,
to bell.
but you're saying that, but you're looking at guys that are more conditioned now. I'm sorry, I do not see someone like Batista. The only one I can see nowadays going Broadway on anybody is Dolph Ziggler.
No, I mean I could see like the two gentlemen in the
Or
ring
Cody.
right now.
Yes, Seth, I can see that. AJ,
Seth.
I've never seen AJ go over 40 minutes.
I have. I've seen him in Japan stuff. Japan, he had some pretty long matches.
Yeah, long, but never hour.
But he's got the talent and the potential to do it. Rollins could do it. Ziggler could do it. I'm trying to think who else on the roster. I mean, Cody.
Well, Cody, I mean, that's kind of unfair to say. Cody's a fucking Rhodes.
Did you see The Miz going an hour?
No. I think The Miz has his set, but I don't think he has the technical background to be able to last an hour. Like, you look at, like, you know who a big guy is that I can see go for an hour? Is Otis.
You know what? I see him getting too winded.
Well, here's the thing.
I see him blowing up.
Well, no, because here's the problem. Otis knows how to control the pace because he is a collegiate wrestler. So he can he can mat wrestle.
But then you know what? There's one person we're completely leaving out of it.
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable.
Yeah. But I'm
Chad
saying
Gable and Dolph Ziggler going an hour, I could see that.
Oh yeah. But I'm saying is you're never gonna get the guys nowadays. You honestly have to see someone that is a collegiate wrestler. Someone that has been doing someone that can wrestle like mat wrestle, like a Kurt Angle style wrestling is,
but you know what?
The only way you're going to see somebody really go an hour. You're not going to see someone like a Shawn Michaels who is flashy wrestle an hour. Anymore.
But you know what? If you got to look at the wrestlers of the day. You look at the Dusty Rhodes, the Dick the Bruisers, was it not Dick the Bruiser? What was the other guy's name?
Terry Funk.
No, it was Dick the Bruiser, and it was the other barrel-chested guy, that other big barrel-chested guy that used to team with Dick the Bruiser. Used to chomp on the cigar.
Oh fuck! I know who you're talking about. I forget the name.
I can't remember his name right now, but I mean, you look at those guys. It's like Ray the Crippler Stevens. I mean, Nick Bockwinkel. Some of these guys, it's like they weren't. If you were to look at their bodies, they look like middle-aged old guys, but yet they could still go.
Yeah, they were shoot fighters.
Fucking Lou Thesz wrestled into his 70s.
I mean, Sheik.
Eddie Farhat.
Iron Sheik. It's anybody.
Oh, yeah,
Here's the thing. It's a lot of guys. I'm sorry. I will never see Hulk Hogan in his life wanting to see him go an hour. Macho Man and Steamboat are like, you look at that and be like, yeah, they can wrestle fucking forever. I really don't care.
The Crusher. That was his name.
Oh, okay.
Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. That was his fucking name, the Crusher. It just came to me.
I mean, granted, you're not seeing Haystacks Calhoun wrestle fucking 45-minute barn burners either.
Haystacks Calhoun, for anybody who's new and doesn't know who Haystacks Calhoun
just
is.
YouTube him. YouTube him.
No, I'll describe him, but then to see him is to really appreciate it. Haystacks Calhoun was 601 pounds, country boy hillbilly that was a draw. He was like how Andre was in Andre's early career. When you booked Andre or you booked a Haystacks, they were there for battle royals
And that's
or
it.
2-on-1s.
That's it.
They were an attraction. You wanted to put asses in the seats, you brought in Haystacks or you brought in Andre.
It was Haystacks Calhoun was the definition of a carny.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, without a question. Without question. You're completely right on that, sir. But it's like, but then again, you look at some of the shoot fighters. Like I said, you had your
Terry Funk, Dory Funk.
Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, Lou Thez, Eduardo Carpentier, Angela Mosca. These guys, these were what these guys, wrestlers back then, I'm sorry to say it, were a fucking hell of a lot tougher than some of the wrestlers are today. I mean, these guys get a broken toe and they're out for 6 months.
Oh, CM Punk, which, by the way, I found out how he broke his toe.
Yeah, he was shoving it up AJ's ass. But anyway, but why? How did he really do it?
Tried to jump the guardrail and smacked his toe against the guardrail.
Oh, fucking who?
So he did it to himself.
Dumbass. But here's the thing, and I'll say this, and then we'll move on to another topic. You're familiar with him. Ryan, I'm sure, is familiar with him if he's still listening.
No, he's still listening.
Or if anybody's... Rene Goulet.
Right.
Remember Rene Goulet?
Yep.
Did you ever look at the way his physique was, how his left arm was different from his right?
Yeah.
His bicep was torn off, and he never got it repaired, and it basically atrophied in his arm. And he wrestled through that. See, that's why I think that's why I have so much. I've always had respect for Cody, but after what he went through, fuck. Wrestlers of the young wrestlers that are training today, anybody listening, you want to learn how to work? Watch Cody fucking Rhodes in that match against Seth Rollins. That will teach you how to work through the pain. That's all I'm going to say with that.
But I think that's the thing. I think you're going to see... You're not going to see wrestlers being wrestlers anymore. That's why I'm loving, like, the NWA. Because there's guys when I'm like, oh my god, what? Where someone like Rodney Mack. I thought Rodney Mack fucking retired.
You know who Rodney Mack and some of these guys that are still being... They're kind of a throwback to Frank Goodish. And if you don't know who Frank Goodish is, do your research.
Thank God you said Goodish and not Goodman.
No, Frank Goodish, Bruiser Brody.
Yeah. I'm saying, thank God you said Goodish and not Goodman. If you know about if you're from Jersey, if you're from Jersey and you don't know who the Mass Maniac is, look it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Look it up.
No, but Google that shit. But no, it's like wrestlers today will never know the hardships that the guys in the 50s, 60s, 70s, hell, in the beginning of the 80s too. They'll never know the hardships. That's why I kind of miss the territory system, because the territory system kept shit fresh. Like if you were working in, say, the Carolinas for 6 months and you got stale, you could leave the Carolinas and go work for Bosch in Texas or Don Owens out in Portland and reinvent yourself.
Right. I mean, look
and
at
then come back in another year to the Carolinas and everybody is like, oh my God, where's he been?
I mean, you look at like Hogan.
Hogan started his career in the AWA.
Yeah.
No, he started. He actually wrestled. He did some. He started off in the Carolinas with Jerry Lawler, moved to the WWE where he was managed by Freddie Blassie until he wanted to do the Rocky movie and Vince Sr. wouldn't let him do it. Then he went to the AWA and then he came back to the WWE where he became Hogan.
Yeah. All right. So here's the funny thing. Do you remember before the leg drop, what was Hogan's original finisher?
Full Nelson or a bear hug.
No.
Full Nelson or a bear hug.
Well, yes and no. He had another one. Was a
Backbreaker?
nope, double axe handle off the top rope.
You know what? Now that you mention it, you're right. Yeah.
From Japan, he used to come off the top rope and do a double axe handle. Hogan
But
used
he
to
also used
Hogan
to do the
used to
backbreaker.
yep. Hogan used to crown motherfuckers.
Oh God, clown. And if you get that reference,
I'm
you
sorry.
sure get a penny.
I'm sorry. you sure get a Slurpee.
No, sugar slush.
A sugar slush.
King size.
Yeah.
Feels like a bitter sour ass.
There's a lot of dome. There's a lot of steam coming off of that
the
dome.
butt fruit just kind of settled at the bottom.
Yeah. So one other thing. What is it? We got one new match added to Slammiversary for TNA on June 19th.
Who's
The
that?
Knockouts tag team titles, The Influence, which is Madison Rayne and Emma, or Tennille Dashwood.
Tennille Dashwood, yeah.
Taking on Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie.
That's an interesting tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So adding that with Josh Alexander versus EY for the world title.
I think that's a no holds barred match, isn't it?
I believe so. The Queen of the Mountain match. Tasha Steele, Mia Yim, Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, and Deonna Purrazzo. The X Division match in an Ultimate X. Ace Austin, Kenny King, Speedball Mike Bailey. Oh my God, this match. Trey Miguel, Jack Evans, and Alex Zane. Holy shit!
That's gonna be a spot fest.
If you fucking blink, you're gonna miss it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fucking spot fest.
The tag titles, the Briscoes take on the Good Brothers.
Fuck half that tag team, but anyway.
A monster... Oh, dude, they are dusting off the old shit. A Monsters Ball match.
Who's gonna be?
Moose versus Sammy Callahan.
Oh, good God Almighty!
So, do you remember the original Monster Ball match? What
Yeah, it was a bit.
Well, no, but do you remember what they were?
I remember the Clockwork. Was it the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match?
No, that was pretty much Raven's brainchild and just regular. It was a regular hardcore match. And
God's sake, it had Kevin Sullivan as the referee. Instead of having a ref shirt, he painted stripes on himself.
So a Monsters Ball match right now is pretty much a hardcore match. Pretty much. But the original idea for a Monsters Ball match was they take you, put you in a padded cell for 24 hours with no food or water. And keep the lights off so you had no deprivation, you were hungry and thirsty.
Kind of like when Piper did that whole shtick when he was facing Hogan.
Yeah, but I mean, the OG Monsters Ball matches were Abyss versus Jeff Hardy versus Sabu versus Raven.
I remember a lot of those matches.
And like Rhino was in there. Like I'm like, dude, this is batshit crazy.
Yeah, that's where you would see the plywood that came out with the barbed wire stapled to it.
Yeah. The digital.
That's where Jeff. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Jeff did a swanton off of something.
Off the top of the stage.
Off of one of the entrance ramps.
It was
off of one of the entrances.
Oh God! The pay-per-view was No More Odds. No More Odds.
It was Against All Odds.
Against All Odds. A Monsters Ball match, and he did a swanton ball off the fucking stage to the floor through a table
with barbed wire on it.
Yeah. See, it's shit like that I fucking remember, and he hasn't been in TNA in fucking years.
I mean, for God's sakes, Abyss is still a fucking writer on fucking Raw.
Yeah. The Impact Digital Media title, Brian Myers versus Rich Swann. And finally, what?
Speaking of Rich Myers, Brian Myers, he was on fucking SNY the other day talking about the Mets.
Oh, him and Raleigh?
It was I forget. It was like the talking baseball night in New York, and he was one of the co-hosts.
Okay. And then No More Heroes, which is Eddie Edwards, Matt Taven, Bennett, Vincent, and PCO versus Impact Originals, the Motor City Machine Guns, and Frankie Kazarian, and 2 more to be added. They have not said who the other 2 are yet.
Should be an interesting match.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of makes me want to pay for this pay-per-view.
You know what? It's like
Normally I wouldn't, but like,
you know what it is. It's like a lot of these pay-per-views. It's like the product right now. Some of the wrestling product is so fractured right now. It's like makes it difficult to watch some of these pay-per-views.
right.
Like if I didn't have Peacock and they didn't stream every pay-per-view for including the price, I don't know how many of these WWE ones I would have missed.
Right.
You know, and same thing with TNA. You know, TNA, from what I've been hearing, is getting slightly better. But now that Sami Callahan's back, you know, stuff like that, hopefully things get better. Because I've always liked Sami.
Well, I think TNA has been. Listen, TNA has been around for God knows how long, almost 11 years now.
Oh, it's longer than that. They started in 2002.
So this is 20 years.
Yeah, it's 20-something years, yeah.
Okay.
2000.
If
Yeah,
it's
2002 is when they started.
Yeah, 20 years. Nobody gave TNA a chance after Hogan and them came in.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. When Hogan and the Flairs and the Bischoffs and all that shit.
Oh, that's when I honestly it went downhill. It went downhill.
No, that's when you saw it on Spike and you saw it on TV week in, week out. Once all those guys left, that's when they lost their TV sponsorships. You didn't find it. It was only on Twitch, and then it went to Access.
Well, before Hogan, it was already on Spike. Like, it was on Spike TV when Kurt Angle was there, when Samoa Joe was wrestling Kurt Angle. Like, it was already on Spike. It got lost because Hogan fucking drained it because they wanted to move it to Mondays.
And make it 3 hours.
And make it, well, yeah, 3 hours and fight again. And just, oh, well, we're going to have it on Raw. We're going to fight it against Raw. Why? Why? No. And, oh, we're going to get rid of the 6-sided ring. Why?
You know what? I got to say, I liked the 6-sided ring because that made it different.
They're bringing it back.
Good, because that needs to come back.
And they made certain matches, like, I'm sorry, a 6-sided ring, the 6 sides of steel. Fucking made
6 sides of steel. Ultimate X
made the cage match look fucking deadly because there was no give in the cage.
Yeah, and then don't forget the Ultimate X match,
which is back.
I mean, that was just that. I mean, some of the spots I remember, some matches where Jay Lethal was taking some sick bumps off off those cables.
Nothing will ever stop. Nothing will ever get out of my head for Elix Skipper walking the fucking tightrope of the cage against when it was Triple X versus America's Most Wanted, and Elix Skipper hitting the tightrope and hitting a Hurricane Rana off the fucking cage 30 feet in the fucking air.
I remember that. Yes, I do remember that. Yes.
That is imprinted in my fucking head. Because one wrong slip, you're dead.
No, you're right. You're completely right.
Both ways. Like, one wrong step, you're done. You're hurt.
Oh, completely.
And the fact that he did a Hurricane Rana off the damn top is just... And Rhino's going to be... lovely. Rhino's out for a couple weeks from Impact because he needs surgery on his elbow, it looks like.
Rhino looks like he's kind of letting himself go a little bit.
Yeah.
He's kind of getting a little thick in the middle there.
Well, I mean, Rhino's been doing this for how long?
God, since 90,
7?
97 or 98 in ECW, yeah. And don't forget, he had a couple. Edge, and Christian did all the Canadian shit beforehand.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like I don't know. It is what it is.
No, it's gonna be fun. So I got something interesting. So you know how we're getting a new Joker sequel?
I've heard.
There's rumors that they might be doing Harley Quinn in this one.
I could see that.
Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn.
Can't see that though.
I don't know. She's weird enough that it would work.
I think you're gonna kill Harley Quinn right there.
I think she's, no offense to Lady Gaga, I think she's too old.
She might be a little too old, and also, to me, there's certain characters and that when you put a certain actor in a certain spot, they kind of make it their own. Like, I'm sorry, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn is perfect.
I can't even see Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn.
She's made it her own. She's done it in enough movies where I couldn't see anybody else playing her. Batman, to me, it's always going to be Keaton in the movies. And TV, it's always going to be Adam West.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But it's like, these are certain characters that I can't see someone else playing. It just wouldn't sound, it just wouldn't look right. But
no,
that's what I'm saying. That's almost like saying having somebody else play Jay and Silent Bob.
Right.
Just can't do it. You'll kill it. Like, look at, for God's sakes, when Mallrats was starting, they wanted Seth Green to play fucking Jay. Could you imagine Seth Green playing fucking Jay? No, I can't. It just doesn't work.
No.
You know, God bless Lady Gaga. I got no problem with her, but I just don't see it.
I don't know. It's a weird. It's weird. I mean, could she possibly do it? It really depends on what Harley they're looking to go for, because obviously the Joaquin Phoenix Joker is a completely take on Joker. I mean, and also too, if you remember how Joker ended, he kills the therapist.
I mean, you look at, see, they dropped Tommaso. Now he's just known as Ciampa.
Yeah.
I told you they're going to start doing that, and you thought I was nuts. But, well, it's Riddle, Matt Riddle going against Tommaso Ciampa. No, it's Riddle against Ciampa.
Oh, wow, they completely dogged Ciampa, too. They gave him the jobber exit.
But it's like, unless Lady Gaga does the therapist part, and then have her...
Well, that's what it would be. That's the only way I can see it. I can see it being almost an origin Harley Quinn, where Joker turns her to Harley Quinn. Like, it's Harley Quinn. Like, it's Harley.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I almost would like to see Margot Robbie tackle that.
Well, remember, it's completely different. It's not... This Joker in the DC Universe is not... that Harley. It's not that Joker. Margot Robbie's Joker is technically Suicide Squad Joker. So it would be...
that's Jared Leto. You're talking Jared Leto.
But I'm saying
Jared
that's...
Leto.
Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is that Harley.
I mean, think about it. I mean, how many actresses have played Harley Quinn?
One. If you count.
Back-
Well, because they never put Harley Quinn in any different universe. Because you look at you look at Joker and Batman. How many Jokers, how many Batmans are there?
You had in the movies, you had Keaton, Kilmer,
Clooney.
Clooney, Affleck, Bale, and what's that guy? What's his name? Pattinson.
Right. So when you look at it, when they put the Joker in there, look how everyone plays the Joker. Ledger was a completely different Joker than Nicholson.
Oh, totally. I hate to say this, but Batman was more or so an older, trying to think about it. I mean, Keaton and Nicholson were older actors playing that part.
Right, but I'm saying
if you notice, when Batman went on, it either got younger or middle-aged. Because you went younger. Kilmer was a little younger than Keaton. Then Clooney was a little younger than Kilmer. Then Bale was a little young. Was almost the same age as Clooney. And then you totally young with Pattinson.
Right. Well, Pattinson's supposed to be year one. Pattinson's literally supposed to be like the first year he is Batman. That's why he's so young.
Right, but it just doesn't flow.
But
I haven't seen the Batman yet. I haven't. I just haven't watched it yet.
But that's comic accurate. The way Pattinson is playing Bruce is comic book accurate because it is the first. It is year one Batman. It's not.
To me, it looks more like emo Batman.
Well, that's the thing. It's Bruce Wayne trying to. What is the Batman? That's what he's trying to be. So he doesn't know what he's supposed to be yet. That's right. That's what year one Batman is. It's not like Clooney was supposed to be like. Keaton is more. He figured it out. He is what he is. Granted, now you need to do a Batman Beyond and do Keaton as old Bruce Wayne and get somebody to be Miguel.
Yeah.
Because that's
to me it's just like, I'm sorry. To me, Batman will always be Keaton. Because Keaton brought something to that character.
But here's the thing. That's a different. I understand that, but that is a different universe Batman compared to like I said, compared to Pattinson and compared to Affleck. See, I don't know how they were trying to go with Clooney, Kilmer, and like Keaton. Those three, I think, were all supposed to kind of be together, like kind of be the same Batman, because they didn't do a Joker. But Ledger's Joker next to Bale is something completely different than Keaton next to Jack.
Right.
And like Leto and Affleck is completely different, which Harley factors into the Affleck Batman.
Right.
Which now the Joaquin Joker is a completely different world. It's a completely different universe.
Right.
I get your
point.
You don't need to have Harley. You don't need to have Margot Robbie be that. That's the one thing about like all the new, like you see, like as much as everyone's like, oh well, the Fantastic Four was awful. I go, the one with Michael B. Jordan. I'm like, was it? Because it was technically the ultimate version of them. It's a different world. It's a different universe.
Right.
So it's not going to fit into what someone might like, because they don't understand that there's 50 different fucking versions of one character.
You know what Batman I would love to see as live action? The Killing Joke. because I would love to see someone try to tackle the Killing Joke as a live action movie instead of a cartoon.
That will never happen.
I mean, tell me you wouldn't want to see it though.
I don't know. I would like to know how they fucking tackle the rape scenes. Because let's not get it twisted. Barbara Gordon got raped multiple fucking times in that movie.
Yes, I understand where you're coming from, but it's like that's where you make it a rated R. That's where you go the Deadpool route. And you take it the Deadpool route.
Well, that means you have to make Oracle actually part of the fucking DCU.
Which could possibly happen. You don't know.
Could, but at the same time, it gets very
Dark.
yeah.
All right, shall we move on to something else? It's already. Where's Ryan? Is he?
I'm trying to get him.
Because I know we have a couple more things we want to tackle. Because we're almost coming up on 2 hours.
Yeah, we got about 40 minutes. The only other thing that I had the other thing that I had real quick was Forbidden Door news. Daniel Bryan has been challenged by Zack Sabre Jr.
That would be a banger of a match.
Looks great on paper. Problem is Daniel Bryan, is he healthy enough, or Bryan Danielson, is he healthy enough to wrestle?
I don't know, but that would be a banger of a match. And then it's like, I think Moxley is going against, was it Okada? Or no, Tanahashi.
Tanahashi.
I hate to say it, that's going to be a banger of a match, too.
I mean, Sabre...
I'm actually contemplating breaking down and getting Forbidden Door. I might. Because it looks like it might be worth it.
Yeah, Forbidden Door looks like it's going to be interesting. Jay White winning the New Japan title is going to lead to probably Okada versus Jay White at Forbidden Door.
Okay, here's a question. We'll ask this of Ryan if and whenever he gets here. Do we see a return of Kenny Omega?
I mean, he's due.
All right. Do we see, and would you like to see? And if he does come back, what Kenny are we going to get? Are we going to get babyface Kenny, or are we going to get heel Kenny?
Oh, you're going to get one-winged angel Kenny.
Which is babyface Kenny.
Yes and no. You're not going to get cleaner Kenny, but you're going to get one-winged angel, which was Seth Roth, which is heel base, but can be a tweener.
Because, I mean, I got to figure there's going to be a breakup between the Elite. I think Fish and O'Reilly are eventually going to go against the Bucks. I mean, you got to figure that's going to happen because the Elite really isn't that big a deal right now. It's kind of blah.
There he is.
What's up, motherfuckers?
What's up,
Yeah,
son?
Jack.
What up, you stunt cock?
Hold on. Okay, say something.
Yeah,
Jack.
Stunt Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
Stunt cock.
You don't see anything wrong with this? No, that's the new stunt cock. You don't see any problem with that?
No.
It's new. Improved. Come on, dude. Get your fucking horse trailer out of the way.
Well, you know what they say about a horse trailer.
This
Horse
one's fucking
Jack.
no horse. Oh wait, there might be a horse. That's definitely a horse's ass. I see.
So are
Hi,
they?
driver.
So they're. In other words, they're moving Tammy somewhere down by you now.
Pretty big ass. Maybe Sasha.
No, that's not a horse's ass. That's a horse's face.
It's smelly llama face.
It's Naya. She's moving down south.
Oh God.
Run!
All right, so where are we at tonight, boys?
Oh, we
We're
were
just
all
kind of all over the place right now.
talking about the NWA,
Oh yeah, fucking.
Sam Shaw.
I've been seeing a lot of people giving hate to Trevor Murdoch for being a two-time NWA champion. But let me just say, dude, you don't win the NWA championship just because.
No.
That is one of, if not, in my opinion, the most prestigious title in pro wrestling.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, and
That
also
is-
said, I was saying too.
And held by the greatest names to ever step through those ropes.
Yeah, but Ryan, you know as well as I do.
Harley.
You know as well as I do. They're bitching about Harley Race. Does anyone actually do the homework about who Harley Race is? Or not Harley Race, about who Trevor Murdoch is?
No. Sorry,
So-
man. You got that Harley bloodline. You're made in the shade.
Yeah, exactly. So two things left before we get into one thing left before we get to the main event. There is a video of Big E chucking his neck brace in the trash.
That's good
Cool.
news.
That is great news. And all right, let's get into it. Jeffrey Nero Hardy.
Hiccup.
I'm not sober. You're sober.
I swear to
It's
God,
so
officer. I swear to God, officer, I'm not drunk. Why are you pulling me over?
I'm
I'm
not
not-
so thick as you drunk I am.
Jeff.
What is your name, Officer Pigfucker?
Yeah.
Big. I'm sorry.
Jeff Hardy was pulled
Officer.
over Monday for DUI, and he blew. I wish I was kidding about this. A .28.
Oh, he was drunk enough for him, Matt, and Rebby.
Yeah.
Tammy goes, "You're such a fucking lightweight."
Yeah. Right.
She's like, I remember blowing a .28 when I was 13.
No. Oh, sorry. That was the guys I blew in a row.
For terrible people.
Oh, fuck her. And on top of that, he got busted for driving with a suspended license. But the DUI is the biggest part because it is his third federal offense in 10 years. He is now eligible for 10 years in jail. Federal jail.
But
Some
you know
people-
what? I'll say this, and I'll say this before you guys, and then you guys can comment on what I think. Maybe, like Miss Sitch, maybe this is what Jeff needs to finally straighten out.
Oh, I'm not going to disagree that this is exactly what Mr. fucking Hardy needs. But it's if he's actually going to do it. If he's actually going to clean out, or if he's just going to clean out for while he's there and forced to be in the program.
See, the problem is the fact that if he's not going to do it for his brothers, clearly he hasn't. If he's not going to do it for his wife, he's got to
For
do
your
it.
kid.
Yeah, and clearly the next step is we're going to be on here reporting that Jeffrey's dead.
You know, and it's like, and Ronnie, you know, and Ryan, you even know too. Jeff is one of my biggest heroes. I've always been a big Jeff Hardy superfan fanatic. I've always been big on Jeff.
Yes.
To see him going through this, it bothers me.
Well,
It
my,
hurts
You know-
me.
Should.
see, my thing is that where the hell was anybody with him? Why was he left alone?
And you know what? I saw when this broke on Twitter this afternoon. Somebody put a comment up, and I know this is not verbatim. They go, "Where the fuck was Matt?" Because everybody says as long as Matt's around, Jeff will be on the straight and narrow.
Matt
Apparently
cannot.
that ain't true because Matt's around, Jeff's still fucking up.
He cannot be around his brother 24 hours a day.
No, but here's my thing: is if they know he's out at a bar, why is no one with him? You cannot let this guy's a problem. He has an addiction problem, and you're leaving him by himself to his vices. And I'm not even talking about Matt. I'm talking about you. You're telling me nobody can be with him?
Well, I mean, it's kind of stupid that he's got to have somebody with him.
But we're getting to this point where you kind of need a handler with Jeff.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, as terrible as it might be, you just kind of got to cut your losses. I mean, look at, and I hate to have to use him as a reference, but look at Axel. Yeah. Everybody saw that he was going down. He didn't want to get better. Where's Axel now?
6 feet under. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, that's the thing.
He overdosed in a fucking McDonald's bathroom.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah. But it's just like, it breaks my heart because Jeff has so much that he could offer the wrestling business. Not just in the ring, but outside of it. And he's shitting it all away.
But that's his choice.
Oh, trust me, I'll be the first one to say if I ever saw him, I'm like, Jeff, I love you, I respect you, you're a great man, but dude, why are you fucking up?
Well, and I'm gonna go ahead and point out the elephant in the room here. If we were talking about Sonny being arrested for another DUI, man, you would be off the rails screaming about what a drunken piece of shit she is, taking other people's lives in her hands and driving drunk. And with Jeff, you're just, I'm a big fan. You need to straighten your shit up.
But here's the difference. And here's the one difference.
No, there is no difference. He's driving
No,
intoxicated.
No, there is a difference, and I will explain why, and you'll understand why I'm going to go that way in a minute. Jeff has hurt nobody but himself. Tammy has hurt other people physically.
Yet. Jeff has hurt no one but himself. Yet.
And I agree with that. But Tammy has flat out killed somebody.
Now you're just coming into something recent, though. Not as recent as Jeff getting his third DUI in 10 years, driving on a revoked, suspended, or canceled license while bombed.
Okay, here you just said it. The third DUI in 10 years. That sucks. How many DUIs did Tammy have in less than 2 years?
But again, you're talking about also Tammy was doing this in a different state. In New Jersey is different laws than Florida.
Correct.
She was caught in freehold driving. She was in freehold in your neck of the woods, Ron.
In New Jersey,
in your neck of the woods.
In New Jersey, it's not a federal offense. In Florida, it's a federal offense.
Look, I mean, do I want to see Jeff get help? Yeah. Look, in the beginning when Tammy was going through this, look, I felt bad for her in the beginning. I wanted to see her get help. But when you're constant, I mean...
But Jeff is constantly doing this stuff.
Okay, yeah, but here's the thing. Jeff is not doing the same shit that Tammy is.
He's driving drunk. That's what she did. That's the same thing.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm talking about all the other shit that Tammy's done. With the breaking into places and falling asleep on strangers' couches and doing all that shit. Okay, what the hell is that in the background?
My air conditioner, more than likely.
Yeah.
It's like 115 degrees right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I heard it's hot down by you. But that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, look, I had pity for Tammy in the beginning. Well, if Jeff doesn't straighten his ass out, I'll do this. I'll say the same shit about him if he doesn't get his act together.
Dude, he's been wrestling fucked up. He could have literally killed himself or his opponent at any time.
So I'm gonna say something that's a little controversial about this.
The only difference between Jeff and Sonny was behind the wheel. Jeff was jumping off a 20-foot ladder.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna say something controversial about this. Because a lot of people want to go off and say, oh, well, Hardy this, Hardy that. In some hands, so this is literally everyone's like, oh, well, it's so-and-so's fault. It's a lot of the times it is somewhat of the fans and WWE's fault because Jeff started doing shit like jumping off of these fucking places to where now the fans are like, dance.
Bro.
What?
Back in Omega, they were all doing the same shit.
Oh, I understand that, but he got to a point where he kept trying to raise the bar. We literally talk about a spot that Jeff Hardy did where he jumped off the top of a fucking sign to a table with a dude laying onto it on a concrete floor.
Right.
One of the Monsters Ball matches.
So, like, it got to a point where the fans wanted him to keep doing more and more until he couldn't. Like, until the point where he got so fucked up that...
He had to self-medicate to get through it.
And he led to himself doing fucking methamphetamines and shit like that.
Yeah, doing meth is not self-medicating.
No, he was crying for help when he was doing meth.
Look, man, all I'm saying is if you're going to crucify Tammy like that, you got to crucify Jeff no matter how much you like him because he's doing the same shit.
Yeah, I understand that.
I understand where you're coming from, but you have to understand it's like one thing. Here's the other rub that's not being thing. I knew Tammy personally.
It doesn't matter if you knew her personally or not, because we're not talking about them personally. We're talking about their real life situations and how identical they are right now.
You're right, and I mean, you know what it is? It's just that
You're a Jeff Hardy fan, so you want to support Jeff Hardy even though he has a 15-year track record of fucking up like this.
I think you said it best right there. It's like I never felt about Tammy the way I looked up to and idolized Jeff. There's a difference. And I think that in itself is where the problem is with me. Because I never idolized Tammy to the point where I put her on such a high pedestal that I thought she could do no wrong.
And you're fighting that by saying like, oh, Jeff will be fine. He'll get the help he needs. I hope he gets the help he needs. It's not that big a deal. Would it still be not that big a deal if he had killed somebody?
Or himself?
Look, I'm not saying it's no big deal. This is a very big fucking deal. This is an extremely big fucking deal. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is.
But you are sugarcoating it. You're not going on your infamous my family's been touched by drunk drivers killing people because you're a fan of his.
I know, and you know what? And you're right.
We'd be having to reel your ass back in on that.
I mean, you're right. And I mean, I will not sit here and say you're wrong because you're not. Yeah, I won't say this because you know what it is? It's just that maybe I'm looking at the Jeff situation through rose-colored glasses. And maybe I should just not even acknowledge the shit he's doing and just maybe cut him off at the knees and not even think about him. Because I think that's the problem, what I'm having with that. And everything you said about my family and stuff like that, that's all true.
Okay, so why is it okay?
Now that you think about that, now that you've said that, I'm starting to think about it in a different light. And the one thing I said, and the one thing I will not, and I haven't done, and I will not do.
What's worse about it is he knows he's not supposed to be driving. His shit's revoked, canceled, or suspended. All of which saying you're not a legal driver. And he's just like, fuck it. I'm Jeff Hardy.
Dude, he blew a .30.
You know, and I mean, it's just like
He shouldn't.
I've seen this. Go ahead. Finish what you're
You
gonna say.
pull a .30, you shouldn't be alive. You are drinking to kill yourself.
But you know what it is too, and it's like,
And then he crawled behind the wheel of his car and took off, where not only now is he not trying to kill himself, he's running the risk of killing someone who's just out doing their day-to-day.
right? You know, and it's like I've seen it on Twitter, and I've seen it on Facebook. People are starting to turn on him. The people going, oh, I hope he gets this. They're starting to dwindle.
Because there's
And-
a pattern. He's a repeat offender.
Right. You're right. You know, I have no argument because you're right. Everything you're saying, you're 100% spot on.
Jeff Hardy, you are the fucking Nerdport Network's douchebag of the week.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Hold on.
Dummy. Yeah.
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 Like, the point is, the problem is, though, is the fact that he blew a .30.
What's the legal limit in Florida?
.08.
.08. It's the .08 is legal limit everywhere.
So I think
National.
no, I actually think Missouri might be a little lower because in the state of Missouri, after one beer, they can tag you.
Well, yeah, you get that they call in Jersey. They call that buzz driving. It's not. It's you can still get a DUI for being.
Oh,
buzzed.
no, they don't call it buzz driving in Missouri. They call that driving under the influence.
No, you're right. Well.
So he was about roughly 3.5 times over the legal limit.
3.5 times the legal limit and behind the wheel of a vehicle.
That's just that is being an asshole move. I gotta
Now,
say.
here's what's going to happen, okay? WWE is going to offer to put him back in treatment. WWE is going to pay for him to go through treatment. And then he's going to talk shit on WWE so Tony Khan keeps fucking paying his bills.
So you want to know something? And thank you for bringing that up. Where the fuck was Tony when this all happened?
Fucking railing coke off Nyla Rose's boner.
And you know what the sad part is? He was scheduled for a big match on Dynamite this week.
Yeah,
A ladder match.
Which then he would have hurt himself even more, and then...
You know, I know that this is what fans want from Jeff Hardy, but Jeff Hardy is not in fucking 20s anymore, you selfish bastards.
He's in his mid-40s.
Why do you think
now.
I said it? It's the... As much as we say it isn't, it is the fan... Sometimes it is the fans' fault, because they want... Dance, monkey, dance!
Entertain me, monkeys!
Yeah, like, oh, well, we want Darby Allin to throw himself on his fucking head. Oh, really? The motherfucker almost paralyzed himself on fucking Double or Nothing against Kyle O'Reilly for no fucking reason.
Really be so fucking lucky.
Right, I know we don't like him, but still, like, oh, the fans. Oh,
Yeah, is everything that's wrong with pro wrestling today.
oh, and he's gonna be in Jersey in a couple months.
In September 10th, he's going to be about 5 minutes from my house.
Yeah, well, make that 5-minute trip and tell him the fucking Hustle City hooligan says you're a fucking joke.
Learn a headlock, dick.
Dude, I would, if he learned a headlock, I would shit a live chicken.
And then we'll get Serrano to sacrifice it.
Maybe a chocolate-covered squirrel. I don't know, but it will be a live animal. Fucking Darby Allin doing a headlock. Yeah, what's next? He gonna go from that headlock? Is he gonna do the takeover?
I mean, shit. I've seen what's his name do that. I've seen fucking New Jack.
Leapfrog hip toss. Get it again.
I've seen New Jack do that, and I just went, I'm done. I'm leaving.
Wait, New Jack did a wrestling move?
Yeah, I'm done.
Put that motherfucker in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, Balls used to do wrestling moves every once in a blue moon, too.
Balls also used to be a collegiate wrestler.
Yeah.
I miss the chair swinging freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're wallpapering our bathrooms with wrestling magazine articles,
Uh-huh.
and in one of these magazines, there's an interview with Balls,
Okay.
and it was like an old WWE magazine
Oh, God.
where they talked about his collegiate wrestling and fucking old Boo Radley and.
I know all those stories very well.
I'm sure you did.
Oh, I've heard them. I hate to say this, and God bless you, man, but I've heard them at nauseum.
All right. So yeah, I mean Jeff Hardy. Just
No surprise, Jeff Hardy's fucked up again.
so the fun thing though we got to talk about is John went to Legends, and we'll close with this. And
Oh, this is going to be fun. This will be a fun topic.
We got some. So he met Scotty Schwartz,
I basically interviewed the fucker.
and apparently we have some news about Christmas Story 3.
Oh God.
So the whole thing started with I was telling this to Ronnie, and I'll say it to you. I'll repeat it to you, Ryan. I was originally going to be meeting the guy who played Goldberg, Sean Weiss. I was going to spend the $50 and I was going to meet him until I saw him. He looks like he's fucking relapsed again. Speaking of relapses. So before he came into the room, Scotty was at the other side of it was a small conference room.
Right.
And I walked over to him, and I just started bullshitting with him. And I asked him, I said, can I ask you something? And he goes, what? I said, what's up with Christmas Story 3? Is it done? He goes, oh, it's all done. It's wrapped. It's coming out this year. So, and then I started asking him different questions about the plot. And he started to share stuff with me. Basically, it's the entire original cast is coming back, including Ralphie's little brother, the same actor. And he this is what was cool. He pulled out his phone and started showing me pictures from the set. I didn't ask him to do that. He did this on his own. Christmas Story 3 is going to be set, and it's going to be set in a particular year. All right, I want both you guys to guess what year this movie is going to be set in. I guarantee you, neither one of you are going to get it.
Christmas Story.
86.
No, wait a minute. Ronnie, you say what, 86?
Yeah.
Ryan, what do you say?
Pandemic.
1973.
Well, yeah, because the original one was set, what?
In the 50s.
It was 50s.
Late 40s, early 50s.
Yes.
Can I tell you guys something?
Oh!
I don't want you to judge me for this. All right, John?
Go ahead. Uh-oh.
There is no movie on the face of this earth that I fucking hate more than A Christmas Story. I hate that they play it for 24 straight hours. I avoid that channel for 24 straight hours. And I bang my head against the wall while screaming, fuck that movie. Okay? After I saw it for the first time, I was wishing Ralphie shot my fucking eye out.
But you know what? I mean, I understand where you're coming from. A lot of people think that way. You know what it is? I saw it in the theaters when it came out in 1983. In the summer of 1983, I might add.
I wasn't even born yet!
Next year is the 40th anniversary of the original movie. But
next year, I'll be 36, 37, somewhere in there.
37 in a row? But it's like... and
your number, big boy?
What's that? I didn't hear what you said.
I said your number was 8.
I know, I'm a relic. What the fuck else do you want to know? I mean, big fucking deal. I already know I'm a relic.
What was Jesus like?
He was a motherfucker. He was always in detention. Anyway, but to continue on, it's like, it got to, I mean, like I said, he was telling me about how, I asked him, does he have, did Peter Billingsley direct this? He goes, no, he's the producer of it. Now, here's the story. I told this to Ronnie. I want to get your take on it.
All right.
So I asked him about a documentary that was on Amazon Prime called Road to Ralphie's. And pretty much what this was there was this husband and wife team that were trying to seek out all the different filming locations of A Christmas Story and basically filming their trip. They found themselves in Warner Brothers costume department.
Hoboken, New Jersey.
No, it wasn't in Hoboken, New Jersey. I guess.
No,
But
that was the skee ball trip that they went on.
It's where
Yeah,
God banishes you whenever Wisconsin's not bad enough.
But he goes.
I mean, 40 years ago or 30 years ago today, Jesus showed up in New Jersey. So.
Oh yeah.
Just wanted to play skee ball, man. Just wanted to play.
Just wanted to play some skee ball.
Yeah. Okay, I get the dogma reference. Okay. So, but the whole point of the matter is he bought this couple bought almost the entire wardrobe collection of A Christmas Story, with the exception of the pink bunny suit, the Red Ryder gun, and some of the glasses, Ralphie's glasses.
I mean, granted, that shit's in the fucking Smithsonian, so.
Right. So that's
the fucking Jeff Hardy news whenever this story wraps up.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want to say it real quick, and then we'll continue on?
He was at a concert, hanging out with fans. Matt Hardy was there, and there's proof because he uploaded a picture of him, Jeff, and Devon. So if Matt's there, Jeff's on a leash, it's straight up motherfucking bullshit.
Okay, there you go then. So pretty much, Scotty reached out to this guy and said, "Can I buy some of my original outfits? I would like to have them in my personal, so I could have it as a memento, because he didn't keep any of it." Guy's like, "Sure, no problem." And Scotty's like, "Look, I'll pay you whatever you want. I'll pay you double, triple, whatever you want." Because apparently this guy paid like next to nothing for this shit.
Guys.
Okay.
And he gave him they bought like bags and bags of shit from the parents to the bullies to everything.
Okay.
So Scotty messages him. He goes, "Dude, what the hell? Where's the stuff?" And then this guy flat out ghosted him. And this guy's like, Scotty's like, "If I ever see this guy, I'm gonna punch him straight in the dick." It's like.
Was he there? Did he get punched in the dick?
No, I mean, it just. You know what I'm trying to say? He's just pissed off that he's offering this guy 3 times what he paid for it, just for like a few jackets, some gloves, and a couple hats.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, man. Dealing with hardcore collectors like that spend thousands of dollars per item is like getting blood from a stone.
Right. And here's the other thing, Ronnie. I didn't tell you this. I wanted to save this for the show. I asked him, I said, "Did you film at the house out in Cleveland?" The guy that owns the Christmas Story house wanted nothing to do with the production. Nothing.
Well, no, it's going to lessen the value.
He's like, "I don't want anything to do with it." But yet, this is the motherfucker that does tours of that house on a daily basis.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're going to capitalize on it, but by allowing them to use it in the sequel, in any sequel, lessens the value.
They used it in the fucking second one. That was a piece of shit.
Right, nobody talks about those. Like the E.T.
That
video.
second movie sucked.
Like the E.T. video game.
Just buried in a landfill somewhere.
But I'm telling you, man, because it would affect the value of his tours. It would affect his income directly.
Right, and it's like, I asked him about, is the mom coming back, Melinda Dillon? He said no. She's in her 80s. She's retired. She doesn't want to. She doesn't think she can do it anymore.
No, a woman in her 80s doesn't want to come out of retirement to act. Go figure.
But no, but it's like he was saying how it's like he was
They could
showing
use
pictures.
Hollywood voodoo magic and revive Betty White then.
No, he was just showing me a lot of stuff in the movie. He was showing me on his phone. Okay, stop.
Kalima.
Karima!
But no, I just thought it was really cool that he shared that. I didn't ask him to, but he just thought it, and I just thought it'd be great for the show to discuss it and stuff like that. And one of the other vendors goes, "Do you have any?" And then he brought up the toy with Richard Pryor, and he was telling us Richard Pryor and Jackie Gleason stories. And the guy goes, "Do you have the Wonder Wheel?" And he goes, "That's at the director's house. The director took the Wonder Wheel with him." And that was Richard Donner. And Richard Donner just recently passed. And they're like, and the guy goes, "Hey, Scotty, well, why don't you go to that guy's house and talk to his wife and say, I want the Wonder Wheel that was in the toy." And he goes, "If I walked up to the director's wife's never met me. She'll look at me. She goes, 'Who the fuck are you?'" That's pretty sad. When somebody doesn't know who the fuck Scott Schwartz is.
You know who the fuck Scott Schwartz is.
I mean, I remember him for something ominous he did in the late 80s, but I don't want to go down that road.
Why not? I was a baby. I don't know these things.
He did porn.
Oh no, he did porn, $1 billion industry.
Oh no, he got his dick sucked, or he sucked dick. Whoa.
For money.
He looked like a child. Because he's not that tall.
I mean, let's face it. Have we all not seen the casting couch? Yes.
Okay, but it's like, so that was that, and now here's the bottom line. It's like, I told Ronnie this, and Ryan, I'll tell you this. I went and I met Bray Wyatt. You saw the photo and stuff like that.
He looks like he's in great shape.
What's that?
He looks like he's in great shape.
Oh, he was freaking massive. He's like jacked. He's like jacked as fuck. And he was so cool to everybody. And he's like, there was a little kid behind me in line that was dressed just like him. The little kid came out in tears. He was so thrilled. His
his day though.
Oh, because you know what it is? Because when you left the room, because there was a little curtained off area where he was. And I was standing on the side waiting for my picture to be printed. The little kid, I could hear him actually starting to choke up and cry a little bit towards Bray and Bray. Like, "Hey, man, it's all cool. I love you." Just saying nice things about the kid to the kid. And I'm like, right there, that is a classy motherfucker right there.
Well, I mean, yes and no. And here's why. Okay?
Okay.
As a wrestler, our primary market is not 18 to 39. It's not 39 to 53. It's 8 to 12.
Right.
Kids are our major market.
They're your bread and butter.
They're your bread and butter. They're going to make sure that mommy and daddy buy your merch and that mommy and daddy become fans too.
Oh God, I thought the mother was marking out more than the kid was. The kid was about 9 years old. The mother was marking out more than he was.
I came across this once working down at LPW because after shows, the promoter would be like, hey, I need a couple guys to go out in the ring and hang out with the kids and blah, 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 blah. Basically, he was just like, hey, go get beat up by some fucking 6-year-olds for the next 20 minutes.
I'll give you an extra hot dog in your
We didn't get an extra hot dog or a handshake. It was bullshit. By little kids for nothing. Like they don't understand. Like they ain't pulling shit, getting fucking rocked with little fists and shit. But there was this one guy who kept refusing to do it, and he was sitting back in the locker room while all this is going on. And I looked at him like, "What the fuck are you doing?" "Oh, I don't do well with kids." I'm like, "Yo, you better get the fuck over that. You're a fucking wrestler, man. That's your bread and butter out there. That's like money in your pocket. You don't like to be around kids. I'm sure they don't like to be around you with that fucking attitude. But
right.
Because if you're going to be a wrestler, that's your target audience. Now get the fuck out there and hang out with them kids, man.
Let them kick you in the shins if they hate you.
He did come up to me about 2 weeks later, and he was like, "You're right, man. I get it. I'll start going out there." Because everybody that had merch that went out there and hung out with the kids after the show, guess what they got? Merch money at the end of the show.
Merch money, yeah.
Oh, so you'll like this story, right? So, I'm at a fair. For UWA.
Are you talking about the Middlesex County Fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm chilling. I'm pretty much, you know me. I'm working the plant gimmick all night and stuff like that. So I guess I ended up turning into a fucking heel for this day.
90 seconds.
Thank you, Brenda. I jump into. We start playing Pong in the ring, like. It's 3-on-3. It's the heels versus the faces. Like it was Brandon the Bull and like 2 kids versus me and Hedges and Corey.
Okay.
And Hedges is like, let him win. I go, no shit. Like I'm looking at Hedges. I'm like, I know how to do this. He goes, but heel it up. Like kick the ball out of there, but let it go in. Like just
60 seconds.
Like
fuck you, Miss Lippy.
Like be a dick, but be right about it. I go, I looked at Hedges. I go, this ain't my first rodeo, dude. I know how to be a heel. Like I know how to work the gimmick.
It's funny you brought up Brandon because Alicia and I on Saturday night Friday night we went out to dinner. Guess who our waiter was? It was Brandon over at the friggin' Applebee's.
Oh yeah, he's the waiter at Applebee's.
No, he was actually the bartender that night.
But, like, I just thought it was funny, though, where it's like, oh, I'm just working this. It's like, yeah, okay, normal fan being the plant, and I'm working, like, a heel gimmick up top, and it's, like, just kind of funny.
10 seconds.
And then the kids are fucking, like, throwing water at me, and I'm just like, all right, this is kind of fun. Like, I'm not even part of the show, but I end up being part of the show.
I get it. I get it.
But it is the Austin Theory with that fucking smug face.
Yeah. When did we rewinded back to Ultimate Warrior Rick Rude?
All right, I'm looking at it this way. John Cena will face Austin Theory at SummerSlam.
Hey, did John Cena come back tonight? Did I miss that?
No, it's in Texas. It's in 2 weeks.
Oh, thank God. I want to see that. I'm a John Cena fan. All right, let's pull this bitch into the station. It's late.
I love what Austin Theory said, though. He goes, hey, don't just talk. Show up.
That's good.
But no, but all in all, Legends was a great time. Everybody was cool, you know. The entire experience was great. And anybody that knows me, he's seen the pictures on Facebook from it. It was all good, so.
Yep, but all right, yeah, let's bring this in. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you heard, please follow us on all social media accounts under the Nerd Report Network. Follow us individually on Twitter at @FNRonnie.
At the Zombie Master.
At StuntcockSTL.
Join us back here on Wednesday as we take a deep dive into the good, the bad, and the what the fuck was that in the world of sports?
Jesus.
Exactly. If you are a fan of energy style drinks, powders, Gubby.gg, buy a tub, gives us a 10% kickback for whatever you buy. No jitters. It's like Ghost. It's like what? It's pre-workout with minus the jitters. Go ahead.
And if you like random facts, I got one for you.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, Ronnie. Go ahead and close us out.
All right. And if you like what you... Oh, God damn it. I know where you're going with this. And with that being said, every day is a teachable moment. And if you don't believe me, it is just a fact of life. Yeah!
Yeah!